Okay, so what you're gonna do is, here you go, you're gonna go on the King Crimson, gonna go down here in the description, hit more, and then 1. You're either gonna hit library, right here, that's gonna take you to my Patreon with the video. That's gonna be completely uncensored, have all the sound for the beginning to end. So you can either choose option 1, go to the library, choose option 2, you're going to click on this link here, and that is going to take you to my Google Drive. Just right click on that, hit download. That's going to download to your computer, and then you're going to come back to the video, and the video is going to give you a 3, 2, 1. Then you hit the file, open the file, pause it, and basically listen to it as I am listening to it. Okay? Alright guys, enjoy. Okay folks, here we are back again. Jumping on some of the big boys this time. So, yeah, I want to touch base after this. I've done some bunch of Hendrix videos, and I want to keep going on some of the really, the deeper stuff. I went through like all this live performances online to try to find some tunes I thought might stand out. And I was really disappointed to find that he didn't do a lot off of Bold as Love. I think he only did Bold as Love at one show, and he only did it for like 3 minutes instrumentally as like a warm-up after his intro, and then went into something else. So other than like Spanish Castle Magic, I think he did a lot live. But yeah, Bold as Love as a whole, you did not see much of it, any of his live performances from 67 all the way up to 70. It was just not there. So I am trying to find some other Hendrix to put out there, for everybody, because it seems to be a really something really strong that we like sort of investigating. So, but I think I'm going to do one. But for right now, yeah, I'm going to jump into another one that I really want to do, but I'm trying to find some really some live stuff to sort of stay off the radar of this band, which we all know they're very strong predilection for not having their stuff posted everywhere. So anyway, I've had this live version. At one point years ago, I went really deep trying to find a lot of live versions of Crimson for different songs, and I came across 2 versions of 21st Century Schizoid Man at different years that kind of had some strong points that I really liked for different reasons. Sometimes it was the soloist that was changed, either had the saxophone solo. But this one I believe is very early in the first tour, 1969. But I downloaded their 69 complete 69 recordings, which have like probably 7 or 8 dates on them, from Fillmore East and the Fillmore and Marquee, all these different clubs. So they had about 6 CDs of all those live performances. But the one I have is it's not any of those. So I don't know what the date is. I don't know what the location was where this recording came from. I just know it was one of my favorites I've ever heard. So I thought it's pretty good compared to, listening to the studio. I was like, let's listen to them live. And I feel like there's a lot of inspiration here. It's a lot of energy. So I'm 99% sure this is from 1969. So if anybody knows what the performance is, the date and where the location was, but as far as I know, yeah, this is Robert Fripp guitar, Ian McDonald on woodwind, keyboards, mellotron, vocals, Greg Lake on bass and lead vocals, Michael Giles on drums, percussion and vocals, and Peter Sinfield on illumination and lyrics, I think. But yeah, the players, it's going to stand out. So here we go. Unknown Performance, 1969, believe, of King Crimson, 21st Century Schizoid Man. Let's listen to it. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is. I swear this is 1969, but I just can't believe it. Like, this can't be. I don't even know what that other instrument is. It sounds like there's two guitars. It's not sax. Is it keyboards? Can it be? It must be. But I'm almost 100% this is from 1969. But it just sounds way too intense. And the bass. My god. The bass. I can't remember who the frick is on the bass. Greg Lake on lead vocals and bass. Is that Greg Lake? I mean, yeah, he played on the original, right? So yeah, I mean, Michael Giles, I know he's crazy. Ian McDonald, Robert Fripp, yeah, Greg Lake. So yeah, please let me know. Like, I swear this is 1969, but I'd be happy to have somebody tell me for sure because, but yeah, this is the most I listened to all that 1969 complete concerts, and this one's a monster. I mean, the bass Greg Lake is just going crazy. He's stepping all over this. He's almost like Bigfoot on Robert Fripp. And yeah, Michael Giles, I love him so much. He's just so off, catches you off guard. And yeah, there's no sax. It'd be great, yeah, to have sax or have somebody else, playing on this. There's other recordings for that, but yeah, and I love the distorted, the mic. That's why I think it helps to have that. The mic almost matches the album because like you can't even hear his vocal. It's like, it's just like killing it. Anyway, this is my favorite. This is the best live version I've ever heard. Please tell me if you think there's a better one. But the energy on here is just like bubbling over crazy. So let me rewind it a little bit and let's continue, man. Oh my I don't know if it fades out naturally or if it just clicked off there and I faded it out a little bit. So anyway, yeah, anybody who's just, I know there's a ton of like King Crimson fanatics out there, and appreciation big time. Yeah, after hearing this, like I forget, I mean, yeah, King Crimson was so huge for me, and I put them pretty much at the top of any progressive rock. And the more I listened to, I realized there was a lot more progressive rock out there, even from other countries that was really pushing boundaries and stuff like that. That being said, hearing this live, I mean, it's so much more than just like invention and composition, which they had. Obviously, there's plenty of bands. There's lots of bands doing great compositionally and performance-wise, but the energy in that, the players to play together, you know, creating this like just bombastic force. Again, Michael Giles, unbelievable. Love him so much. And I've done some of his stuff. I tried to do the Giles and McDonald album, but I don't know, like he's getting shut down on that. But yeah, love Michael Giles. He's just so intense. Obviously, yeah, Robert Fripp gets a lot of credit. And then, yeah, the bass on here it's like, yeah, reminiscent of pretty much like, you know, Chris Squire's level of just force and great tone. And then Ian McDonald, yeah, the woodwind keyboards. I feel like him on this, it's hard to feel like where he is at all times, but he is adding to this so much, like the intensity of this. So anyway, as a four-piece, this song on this particular performance, I said I've heard other performances of it. Yeah, it's good. You know, they're not going to be the same every night. So I just need to know when, you know, what this is from. It doesn't really matter. This is it. You heard it. This is the performance. I don't care where it is. I don't care when it is. It's so strong. And wondering if everybody else has heard this particular version or where you know it's from. So anyway, that's it. I'm going to do more. You know, I want to do obviously more King Crimson related stuff. I want to go in, you know, and talk about, you know, the personnel and all the changes and the compositions and stuff like that. But it's very difficult. You know, I could definitely put it on another channel, put it on Patreon if everybody would, you know, would go watch it there. I feel like right now it's a little early in my channel. There's not as much right now. It's just to kind of develop, you know, community and a listening space and just appreciate all the good music, you know, that's out there. So, you know, so yeah, I'm just doing a handful right now just to really jump into some really extravagant, big stuff, Crimson, Hendrix, you know, but I'm doing all the other stuff at the same time. So I just want to mingle in some great stuff here and there, in addition to the longer form stuff, the Canterbury scene, the 1971, all this, you know, different genres, really looking at different music. You know, spotlights on, you know, R&B and funk, 70s, spotlights on, you know, classic rock bands, you know, really unheard, unspoken music that needs to be, get a little bit of shine here and there. So with that, you know, I'm throwing in stuff like this. So, but anyway, yeah, I'm basically, yeah, I'm a huge, never saw King Crimson, went to go see him a bunch of times, but I don't know. I mean, I am more of up to like Starless and Bible Black. I'm pretty much up to there. And then that, to me, that's their cream of the crop. That's their encyclopedia for me of everything. You know, I know they have other stuff. It's a different sensation, you know, that's all. Anyway, yeah, hope this finds you well. You know, love to hear from you. What do you got to say? Anything about the band, the album, your wants and wishes, what you love about it, what it means to you. Yeah, they'll always be pretty much the top progressive band for their just diversity, their exploration, their innovation, you know, and their musicianship. Yeah, it's just very meaningful. They can go from this to like, you know, the first album like Epitaph or Moon. I don't remember the names of the songs. Yeah, I Talk to the Wind. and the flutes. That's the beauty. They go from the most serene, a leaf on a windy day, interlude, to stuff like this, and then also stuff where it's like really attention. They really are good at creating tension in music and creating people to sort of get dragged along with it, and then delaying the gratification. No other group that I know of really, I feel like, intently delays gratification. They'll just keep you hanging on for extended period of time, which is, a great musical skill to have. Anyway, everybody have a great day. Peace and love. Enjoy. Hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.